So it's like unit 3 and lesson number 4. Okay, it's unit 3, lesson number 4. We'll start with volcanoes.
Welcome to the lesson Volcanoes. You'll explore how volcanoes are formed and learn about the different types of volcanoes. The vocabulary word.
Good. Again, in volcanoes, you understood how volcano erupts, how magma comes out, and outside it is called as lava. What is the vent? It is opening. Mostly all of the vocabulary words you know very well in volcanoes. Now, what is tectonic plate and what is hotspot? This is what we are going to check now. Tectonic plate, we have done all of the lesson about tectonic plate. I told you the disturbance in the magma, the disturbance in the inner core and outer core, what they produce currents. They are nothing but causing the plates to move, tectonic plates to move. So let us begin.
Words for this lesson are volcano, magma, lava, vent, tectonic plate, and hotspot.
Okay, Zishan, please can you read it out? What are the vocabulary words? Volcano. Come on. Okay, Dana, you read it out. What are the vocabulary words?
Volcano, lava, magma, vent, hotspot,
Tectonic. Let
tectonic
us
plate.
begin from here now.
This is a volcano erupting close to.
Okay, do you think there are any volcanoes like this in the United States? Do you have any idea about this kind of volcanoes which erupts from the water, from the beach? Any idea, girls? Let us put yes.
Great job! There are many active volcanoes in the United States. They're mainly in the Pacific Northwest, Alaska.
Okay, so where are they in America? Because we are studying American syllabus. They will not speak about Saudi Arabia. They will speak about America. So it's Pacific Northwest, Alaska, and Hawaii. There you find these volcanoes erupting between the ocean, girls. Does the sea floor? The volcano erupts from the sea floor.
And Hawaii. The volcano in the picture is in Hawaii. You already know that a volcano is an opening in Earth's crust. What's under the crust?
What's under the crust, girls? You know that volcano is when the crust open up and you know what comes out. What is under the crust? After crust, what is the layer? Any one of you can answer. After crust, which layer comes?
Mantle.
Mantle. Okay, mantle contains magma.
Magma. Magma is molten rock that forms beneath Earth's surface. Pressure builds up under Earth's surface. When the pressure is high enough, magma can shoot up or ooze through the opening. The magma that has reached Earth's surface is called lava.
After it has reached Earth's surface, after it comes out from that vent or hole from where the volcano erupts, it is called as lava. This is the volcano of St. Helens in Washington State that erupted in 1980. Can you see, girls? And after that, it cools. It take too much of time to cool, and then later on, it cool and harden and become igneous rock.
Magma needs an opening to move from below Earth's surface. That opening is a vent. There are different kinds of vents.
Now, girls, wherever the magma starts to come out from, that opening is called as vent. Okay, here we will see how the rising of magma, convection, I told you, convection means, you know, moving in and out or shaking. And then we'll talk about hotspot, volcano, vent, spreading, everything here.
From circular shaped structures to long fractures to tiny cracks. Where do you find vents and volcanoes?
It doesn't mean that there's only one spot where the volcano come out. There are many spots different where there are very small holes from which magma is coming out. So even those are called as vents. Where you find vents and volcanoes? See, somewhere the volcano erupt, that is, see here the volcano is erupting. That means it burst out. But some you can just see a hole where you can see with your eyes that, magma is boiling up. It doesn't come out, but it's boiling up. So that is called, and you can see this smoke coming out. Here you can see the smoke coming out. This is a vent, but there from where it, from where it burst out, we say from the vent the volcano burst out.
Often, volcanoes form at the edges of tectonic plates. Tectonic plates are large pieces of Earth's lithosphere. Tectonic plates are constantly in motion, bumping together and moving apart. When tectonic plates spread apart, they create a vent. The further apart the plates move, the larger the opening. If the opening in the crust is large enough, magma erupts. Click the labels to learn more about the process.
Okay, if this vent is large enough, it opens in a very big hole. That time the magma comes out and the volcano to erupt.
The tectonic plates are spreading or moving away from each other. This allows magma to rise up and create new crust at this divergent plate boundary. Magma can rise to the surface far from plate boundaries at places called hotspots. As tectonic plates move over hotspots, they can form a chain of volcanic mountains. Magma begins to rise from below and moves toward the surface. If the pressure is great enough, the magma will push through the vent, depositing lava on the surface. Energy beneath Earth's crust causes the convection of hot mantle rock. A vent is the actual place on Earth's surface where the magma comes through.
So did you understand the meaning of vent? Magma?
Most volcanoes.
Spots? This is something what we are revising because we know about it from before. From past 3 lessons, we are talking about all of the tectonic plates, how convection occurs, how they move, how the earth plates move. So on this map of the world, volcanoes are shown in brown. The concentration of volcanoes found encircling the Pacific Ocean is called the Ring of Fire. If it is coming through the Pacific Ocean, it is called as Ring of Fire.
On Earth are found near plate boundaries, places where 2 tectonic plates are moving away from each other or moving toward each other.
Remember, moving away from each other, tectonic plate we call as divergent. And when they come up together, coming and sliding or coming and banging each other, that is called convergent. So that specifically that places we find these volcanoes or earthquakes.
Sometimes plates slide past each other, but volcanoes aren't usually found near transform boundaries. Tectonic plate boundaries are found all over Earth, even on the ocean floor. You can find vents oozing gases and smoke far below the surface of the water. Want to see a direct link between tectonic plates and volcanic activity? If you look at a map, you can see a concentration of volcanoes in a circle around the Pacific Ocean, where plates come together and move apart. Volcanoes don't always stand still. Why? Because of activity under Earth's crust. In some places on Earth, volcanoes don't happen because of plate movement. Instead, they occur over hotspots in the middle of a tectonic plate. Watch the animation to see the formation of hotspot volcanoes. See how each volcano is formed as the plate moves? One hotspot can help produce many volcanoes. Click the play button to begin. A hotspot forms over a column of rising magma that begins deep inside Earth. At these hotspots, magma is always rising. But where can it go? Over time, magma pushes up through the plate and out to the surface. This forms a volcano.
Watch this again, girls.
Rising magma that begins deep inside Earth. At these hotspots, magma is always rising. But where can it go? Over time, magma pushes up through the plate and out to the surface. This forms a volcano. Remember, tectonic plates usually move slowly. The plate moves on, but the hotspot stays in one place. Magma can break through again in new locations as the plates move. Over long periods of time, such plate movements over a hotspot can form a whole chain of volcanoes.
Now, girls, yesterday when I was talking about moving of plates, they move the plates and they form mountains first, but still the hotspots remain inside. And that hotspot erupts later. That hotspot erupts later.
A hotspot forms over a column of rising magma that begins deep inside Earth. At these hotspots, magma is always rising. But where can it go? Over time, magma pushes up through the plate and out to the surface. This forms a volcano. Remember, tectonic plates usually move slowly. The plate moves on, but the hotspot stays in one place. Magma can break through again in new locations.
See, the plates are moving. The first layer is moving, but the hotspot is remaining on the same place. So when even the plates are moving, it can, like example, here first the volcano erupt. Now the plate has moved and the mountain is moved to another place, but still hotspot is on the same place and it can erupt again. That this is what they mean.
As the plates move. Over long periods of time, such plate movements over a hotspot can form a whole chain of volcanoes.
Okay, so we have seen the video of volcanoes and let us just review this. What is a volcano? It is a place where you can see gas, ash, or melted rock come out of the ground. Now, one by one, please read it out. Yes, Noor, you can start.
What is a volcano? A volcano is any place where gas, ash, or melted rock come out of the ground. Many volcanoes are dormant, meaning an eruption has not occurred in a long period.
In a long period of time. Yes, continue. We cannot hear you, Noor.
Volcanoes form as rock below Earth's surface melts. The melted rock, called magma, is less dense than solid rock, so it rises to the surface.
Lava is?
Lava is magma that has reached Earth's surface. Lava and ash erupt from a vent or an opening of a volcano.
So did you understand magma, lava, and vent, everyone? Vent is an opening of a volcano. What are the kinds of volcanic landforms? We'll see this here. Yeah, continue, Zishan. If you're there, please read it out.
What are the kinds of volcanic landforms?
Please be loud.
The location of a volcano and composition of the magma determine volcanic landform. Cinder cones,
Okay, so these
composite
are the landforms, girls, you
volcanoes,
have to
lava
know.
plateaus.
Again, you all have to know, girls, the landform include shield volcanoes, cinder cones, composite volcanoes, lava plateau craters, and calderas. These all are new words for you girls. If you want, take a screenshot of this and keep it with you. Volcanic landform included volcano cinder cones, composite volcanoes, lava plateaus, and craters and calderas. You will see these different kind of volcanoes now. Yes.
Volcanic mountains are built from materials ejected from a volcano. The shape and explosiveness of a volcano depend on the lava's viscosity
Viscosity, girls.
or
Like example, You have oil and you have water. If oil is flowing and water is flowing, you know that oil is thick. So you will say oil is more viscous. Now, do you understand the meaning of viscosity? If viscosity means compare water and oil. If I say oil is more viscous, how it flows and how water flows, how thick is oil? So we say lava viscosity or resistance to flow. Pyroclastic material, that is hot ash and bits of rock mixed with hot ash and bits of rock, may also be ejected in the atmosphere along with the magma and smoke. Even those small rock particles, they will burst out of volcanoes. Now let us start the first one, that is shield volcano. Yes, they are volcanoes with broad bases and gentle sloping slides. Broad bases, they are like, they cover a big area of mountain. They have a broad base with sloping slides. They go far away. They come up, they come outside and they jump far away. They are the result of mild eruptions. Next, we have cinder cones. These are very small volcanoes with steep slopes. Of course, when they are not, they are very small volcanoes, that means that will just make a small slopes. They form ash and pieces of solidified lava that fall around a small vent. Composites are alternating layers of hardened lava flows and pyroclastic material. Girls, do you see? These layers will form when you have composite volcanoes. They generally develop into large, steep mountains. Again, you have large mountains. So remember, with cinder, you had smaller mountains that was with very less steep slopes. You have fissure eruptions. Fissure eruptions, I will continue tomorrow in my class. So any other questions, girls, you have?
No.
Day after tomorrow is your science quiz. Please, girls, prepare yourself very well. Your visual summary, lesson review, and the first pages, revise first, and then go with the vocabulary. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Take care and have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye, girls. You can leave the meeting.
Bye, Miss.
Okay, bye.